Hi folks, today I'm going to be reviewing and showing you how to play the game Plums for Trash. Now in Plums for Trash, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be grabbing cards from a landfill and you're going to be looking at them and picking them up and putting them into different waste bins to use for later. You're going to be using these cards in the waste bin to try to collect plum cards that are going to be worth points. So let's check it out. Okay, so the object of the game is you're going to be trying to get the most amount of points via these plum cards over here. Right over here, you've got 4 different waste baskets, and you've got paper, organic, plastic, and glass. And right over here, you have a bunch of cards that are going to be considered the landfill. Now, there's a lot of different cards in here. The typical cards you're going to have just basically waste, and the color of the waste is where you're going to be placing the card. So like for this is going to be organic, so you just go ahead and place it there. This particular one can be either plastic or it can be glass, so I would just simply place it over there. You're also going to have different bonus cards that you're going to be able to play, and I'll talk about how they work here in just a second. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be trying to collect these different things of waste and then trading them for the cards that are up here. So for example, if I had 1 glass, 2 paper, and then 2 of the plastics, I would be able to go ahead and trade them and get that card and get the points. So here's how the game works. You're going to go ahead and you're going to draw 2 cards, and you're just going to go ahead and look at both of them. And right here, I've got 2 action cards. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick this action card right here, and I'm going to put it in my hand, and then I'm going to place the other one back to where it belongs. So say my opponent goes and he's got these 2 cards. So let's say he decides, okay, I'm going to go ahead and try to collect glass. And then he'll go ahead and put the card back. Now, if you have any action cards, when you draw them, you're going to be able to go ahead and play them. And these are the different actions that you're going to be able to do. With the magnet card, I'll be able to take a waste card from another player's container and that matches the magnet card. So let's just say I happen to have a magnet card that had the glass symbol on it. I would be able to take the glass symbol and then put it here on mine. The bonus, which is going to be this one, will allow you to choose 2 cards from the landfill and take them both. So I would be able to do something like this. The third one is mess, which means all players except you must return one of their waste cards from the container. So if it was my turn and I played that card, my opponents would go ahead and put a card back. I could do an exchange. I can go ahead and trade a card that I have for a card that my opponent has. So I could go ahead and do something like this. And then an extra plum card. These are cards that are going to just strictly be plum cards from here. I would just simply place it in front of me and gain a point for each one. And the third thing I'm going to be able to do is I'll be able to trade any of these waste for a plum card. Since I have this, and I have this, and I have this, I'll be able to go ahead and turn those cards in and pick up this plum card, which is going to be worth 4 points. I'll go ahead and place it in front of me somewhere, and then we'll draw another card, and then play will continue on like this. Now, all the cards are going to have little pieces of information on here, mainly about waste and the environment and everything like that. And each card is going to have something different on there, so it'll be an educational tool as well. There's no limit as to how much waste you can put in the containers. You can play as many special cards as you'd like on your turn. You won't be able to rearrange the cards that you pick, so any card that you put back will have to go back in the original location. Now the game's going to end once all of these plum cards have been taken. What you'll do is you'll just simply count up your points, and whoever has the most amount is going to win. A lot of modern day games and games that have come out earlier are going to have goal cards in them. I have several games that have goal cards in them, but there's also a lot of other stuff going on. Goal cards is a semi-goal, whereas the actual game is going to have a lot of different ways you can score points and a lot more strategy in it. This game mainly focuses on goal cards. Now, this game is for people 5 and up. I think this game would work as a great gateway game for people who are wanting to learn about games that have goal cards in them. It's a very easy game to learn. It's got a little bit of strategy in there. You're grabbing some cards. You're trying to figure out which ones you want to take. You've got special ability cards, which you can use multiple cards to do things, to steal things from your opponent, trade out, make them dump a card back, and you can get multiple plum cards this way as well. And ultimately, again, what you're going to be doing is you're just going to be trying to get plum cards. It's a simple game to learn. Anybody who is like 5 and up, it says, can learn this game. This is not a game that is complex like a lot of the other goal card games. This is a more simplified version of a game that just simply uses goal cards. But I like it. I like the idea of the game. And it has a lot of educational value in them as well, because all the cards are going to have a little piece of information on there about maybe the environment or just about whatever. And a lot of these things are kind of eye-catching. I didn't really even know that. So there is an educational aspect to this game, but the game, to me, is a good game. I mean, it takes a lot of the current mechanics that you see in today's games, and it just uses a couple of them and simplifies them to make this game. I like the theme, trading trash for plums. That's unique for sure. I never heard of anything like that. But anyway, it's a game that I enjoy, but it's definitely going to be for younger audiences and also for people who just like simple casual games, and as a gateway game. All right, guys, that's my review of Plums for Trash. We'll see you. Keep on gaming.